Hi guys, I want to show you how on Amazon PPC optimizing placements is not only for sponsored products. That topic is covered pretty much extensively by me and by other specialists, but let's not forget about sponsored brands. Here's the example report that I pulled for the last 30 days, and there's some interesting data. And as you can see, for this first campaign, by the way, so only sponsor brand campaigns. Some of these are sponsor brand videos, some of them are regular keyword targeting. They're all keyword targeting, but by the way, these are all, again, sponsor brand campaigns. For the first one, you can see that from the total of $200 of ad spend, half of that went through product pages. A lot of impressions, not that much viewable impressions, really low click rate is expected on product display pages, $3.48 for a click, not a single sale in last 30 days. And then you have rest of search with better results, 7% ACOS, and top of search, of course, 14% of ACOS, 60% of conversion rate because it's a brand campaign, and 18% click-through rate. So it's impactful. There's another example here. This was a campaign that was for product pages, and rest of search, really bad results. 118 ACOS, 127 ACOS, 37 on top of search. So out of total 4,500, these additional 500 led to only a few sales with a poor conversion rate for campaign. Again, high cost per click. So what you need to do when you have this, and by the way, you can pull this report. It's called Sponsor Brands Campaign Placement Report, and I suggest that you take a look at that at least once a month and then adjust your bids as I explained in my previous videos. So let's now go back to the campaigns and I will show you what is the difference in performance if you do your placement isolation properly. So every 2 to 3 days, you increase your top of search adjustment by 20 to 30%, and you lower your base bid. And then you keep doing that until you see that on unprofitable placements, you don't have enough you don't have traffic anymore, and you have only on the other ones. So this is the period before the change. So there was $200 of ad spend, 400 something sales, 15 orders, 45% ACOS, which is pretty high for this account. Now, this was before we started shifting spend towards top of search, where as we've seen, there was a best possible performance. Now, after the change, the same date range, so it's the same number of days, 14% of ACOS, 14 orders. So there was almost no change in number of orders, but significant change in profitability. So no wasted ad spend. And by the way, this is just a small campaign. So imagine if you do this at scale, you would be saving a ton of money. So it's pretty simple, and yet so many for sponsor product and sponsor brands. And in only this part, you can find so much wasted ad spend and so much opportunity. Let me know if you have any comments, and see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye-bye.